Hey there, beer tubers! Welcome back to another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. I'm Average Joe, and it's day 3 of Genny Week here on the channel. And if you haven't been following along this week, on Sunday I posted a vlog that basically talked about this week being a theme week. And the theme for this week is me reviewing beers from the Genesee Brewing Company out of Rochester, New York. And today just so happens to be Wednesday. So again, if you've been following the channel since its inception, you will know that every single Wednesday that I post a beer review, it is a Western New York Wednesday beer review. So we're going to encompass all of that into one review because Rochester, New York is part of the Western New York area. So the beer I'll be reviewing today is their Bock beer. So this is a German-style Bock, comes in at 5.2% alcohol by volume and 10 IBUs. And as you can see on the label there, it says special edition. What does that mean? Just means it's a special release. It's actually a seasonal release. They release this every spring. And when it comes out every spring, people flock to the stores to buy it. Okay, maybe they don't flock to the stores, but they certainly pick up a lot of this because it comes in 6 and 12 packs and it flies off the shelf. It really does. People probably preparing for the rest of the year, stocking up, and then the following spring they'll buy more. Myself, I've had this beer a few times before, but checking my Untapped check-ins, I haven't never checked this beer in. And I started checking in beers on Untapped in 2013, late 2013 actually. So I probably had this beer in early 2013, springtime, but obviously I never checked it in because I wasn't using Untapped. So anyway, to make the long story even longer, I haven't had this beer in about 5 years. German-style Bocks just aren't one of my favorite styles, although I do enjoy some of the sub-styles like Doppelbocks, for example. Like Eyenger's Doppelbock is one of my favorite beers of all time. If you guys aren't familiar with the Bock style, Bock in German means billy goat. As you can see on the label, there's a billy goat on there, and that's pretty much it. It just means strong lager, basically. It just means strong lager, and strong lager in this case means 5.2%. So we're going to give it a pour here and see what we got going on. I am actually very curious to try this because I haven't had, like I said, in 5 years, and Bocks aren't one of my favorite styles, although I do enjoy them, like I said. So this is one of the more interesting beers for me personally during Genny Week. So let's give it a pour and see what we got going on. It's pouring out very nicely. We will let you guys get a nice look of it over here. Now, as you guys can see, I don't have the extra palate here. I don't. You know why? Because Paul said you don't ever use that palate. You never put the beer on the palate after you drink it. You always put it in front of it. So what's the point? You're right, Paul. See, I take constructive criticism and I use it in my reviews. You should try it sometime. Just kidding. Paul always does. But I appreciate the tip, Paul, because I did look like an idiot. What is the palate back here for? This palate coaster is just ruining all the reviews. Not my terrible palate, but the palate. I don't know. Anyway, let's give a look here. Yeah, so that's actually very, very dark in comparison to your regular lagers. Has this nice copper, almost rust color to it. You know, like most lagers, though, it has a nice clarity to it. Has decent carbonation there. Has an off-white head. But yeah, it plays the role of a Bock, at least the Bocks that I've drank before. So yeah, let's get an aroma on it. Ooh, that's nice. First off, I am getting this nice like caramel malt quality to it. A little bit of graininess underneath. But there's also this toasted malt quality as well. Maybe a ever so slight dark fruit note, but it's a very, very minute. Like, it's barely there. But mostly toasted bread, a little bit of caramel, even a slight bit of toffee. Yeah, it actually smells damn nice. Yeah, it's, you know what? There's not a lot of complexity in this beer. But that's kind of what German-style Bocks are for the most part. They're stronger lagers that have a little bit more flavor, but nothing too crazy. So this is like a nice step up of your regular old drinking lager. Yeah, I'm enjoying the aroma. Let's see what the taste has. So cheers, everyone. Ooh, that is nice. Yeah, super easy to drink first off. I'm actually going back for another sip because I'm enjoying it. Yeah, big malt presence on this beer, which you expect from the style. Toasted bread, caramel, toffee, a little bit of like a graininess in there. That dark fruit quality that was very minute, non-existent in the taste. The body is medium bodied. Like the body of this is kind of surprising me. It has a little heft behind it. Yeah, definitely medium bodied. It's carbonated to let you know, but it has a softer, slightly creamy feel to it that makes the drinking factor of this infinitely high, especially for myself. Sometimes when beers are a bit too carbonated, you drink a couple and you're kind of done with it. Yeah, honestly, kind of like the cream ale. Not the same characteristics or anything, but I'm just talking an overall, I guess, how I'm enjoying this, the enjoyability factor of this is kind of like the cream ale. It's pretty good for the style. Stylistically speaking, this is a damn tasty beer. It hits all the notes. There's toasted bread, there's caramel, little toffee. There's a very slight hop characteristic that's kind of cutting down the sweetness, but there's no real hop character, just kind of offsetting the sweetness, because if there wasn't that hop character, it might be a little bit too sweet, almost cloying. It finishes semi-dry, so you can go back in for more. But yeah, there's nothing special about this beer, much like the cream ale. But I see why people run out every spring to get this one. It drinks well for what it is. You could put a lot of these back, and it has more flavor than a regular old macro lager. So people who like a little bit more flavor, those toasted bread and caramel malt notes, yeah, you definitely pick this up. So yeah, rating-wise on this, I'm going to give it a straight 3.5 out of 5. I'm enjoying it. I think it's a good representation of the style. Stylistically speaking, I'd probably give it like a 4.25, maybe even a 4.5. For just a regular style German Bock, this is pretty damn good. But for my own palate and what I enjoy, 3.5 out of 5. Much like the cream ale, though, I like this, and I would actually say I might buy this again next year just to have a couple in the fridge to enjoy. So, yeah, 3.5 out of 5. That was Genesee Bock Beer. You guys can like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. I'm always on board, but I'm all about the comments. If you guys get Genesee in your area, do you get this beer? Because the comments in the cream ale and even yesterday on the orange honey cream ale, people were talking about like they don't see a lot of the specialties. I think it was Raining on Your Parade who mentioned he only sees the cream ale, the ice, and the light or something like that. I don't know. It's weird. Their distribution is very weird. So I'd be curious to know if you guys get this in your area. And if so, have you had it before? Have you had a German-style Bock? What do you think of the style? What's your favorite type of box? The whole nine. But yeah, appreciate you guys stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Tomorrow we're going to be back with the dry hopped Mosaic Cream Ale. I almost just kind of had a stroke or something. The dry hopped Mosaic Cream Ale from the Brew House Pilot Batch series. Looking forward to getting into that one. It's the second variant on the cream ale. So yeah, anyway, that does it for another beer review. Until next time, cheers.